Hello guys, welcome to your 13th lesson in this VueJS course. And in this lesson, we're going to be looking at class and style binding. Okay, so I basically have a little app here, and we basically have in our template, okay, an heading of to-do list in a div container, and then we have a paragraph which says, okay, learn VueJS. The heading it says to-do list, and which has a click event attached to it, and this click event basically toggles this active from false to true and true to false. Yeah, so let's take a preview and see what we have. So we have something like this, and to be sure that our click event is working, I can just output it somewhere here and say active. So let's see the value of active, whether right now, okay, right now it is false. Clicking on it, we have true. So now I want to show you how we can actually bind to a particular class. So I can add a particular class, remove a particular class based on a value that we have here. All right, and one way we can do that is we can just use our attribute binding, and we can say class equals to. Now if I should say class equals to active, okay, let's see what that gives us. And whenever, let's inspect this. Okay, so let's just look at this here, and let me increase the font size a bit. Okay, so we have this here. Okay, that's a class of text 3xl cursor pointer. If I just click on this, and we are not seeing anything, even though this is changing from true to false, that is not working. Now there are various ways you can actually add a particular class based on a particular value that we have here. One way we can do that is we can use the object syntax method, and that basically kind of works this way. Okay, so I'm going to put this inside of an object, and now the class I want to be added, I'm going to put it inside of a quote here, and then I'm going to say put a column here. So that means, this basically means that whenever this class is active, I want you to add whatever is here. So I'm basically going to add something of line. Okay, so I think that should be line through, and then I'm going to add text red, and then let's put 600. So that means whenever this is active, it should add these classes. So let's actually test that, and let's see if it works. Okay, we can see that works, and then we can see that is working very fine, and we can see it being added. Okay, let's inspect. Okay, we can see it being added here, and when this is false, it's going to not remove that. So it doesn't matter whether we have a class here before, we can still bind this. Okay, so that's one way. Another way you can actually do this is you can say active. You can basically use conditional rendering. Yeah, so I'm basically going to make use of the ternary operator. So we can say if it is active, we want to add a particular style or something. So let's say if it's active, we want line through, line through, and then we want text, then red 500. But if it is not, then we want text and then green 500. All right, so let's save and let's see what that is going to give us. So we have this. What if we click on this? We can see that also works fine. So it's left to you to make use of whichever method to actually dynamically change the class based on a particular value. And I actually have a link here, okay, which is from the Vue documentation, and you can see various ways you can actually, more examples, okay, that you can actually work on. How about we move to binding inline styles? Okay, we can also do this using inline styles, and one way I'm going to do that is, okay, let's remove this, okay, not to have any conflicting styles, and I'm going to say style, okay, equals to. Now it's basically similar to the binding of HTML classes. We can also do something like this, and what we're basically going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to say active. Okay, let's say which style attribute do we want. Okay, we want the color, and then we're going to basically bind it to maybe active color. All right, let's do something like that. We can say active color, and we can do something like, okay, red. All right, so let's save that and let's see what we have. Okay, come in here, and then, okay, that's not applying. Our style is not getting applied. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we have style color is red. And what if we do this? Okay, that's not working as expected. So to fix this, we can just quickly do something like, okay, the color attribute should be active. We can use our ternary operator here, active, and then we want it to be active color. Then if not, then we want it to be non-active color, which is going to be green. Okay, if not, we want it to be non-active color. All right, let's save that and let's see if that works. All right, so we have this here. What if we click and then we can see that is changing? Okay, so that's basically the crux of styles and class binding in Vue.js. And in the next lesson, we are going to look at something a bit more interesting. We are going to look at two-way data binding in Vue.js.